My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And this was technically supposed to be our first episode of the year, but shenanigans happened. So it's now our second episode of the year.
Our snow day.
Yeah, we had to listen. There was just nonsense.
Yeah.
That happened. So, and there's only 3 of us because Amanda had a thing. So she couldn't make it tonight, but we do have some information from her for this as well, because we are talking about upcoming dramas that have been announced for 2025 that we're interested in. This will not be an exhaustive list of every drama possibly coming out in 2025.
No.
Do not come after us, please.
No.
Well, also, I've been actively doing lists every year for the past 4 or 5 years of what I am wanting to watch for the next year. I will say about 30% of them won't even show up for the year.
No, they won't manifest.
Maybe even closer to 40. So even the ones right now that say they're gonna come in 2025, most of the stuff we talk, they probably won't. Or they'll come December.
Yeah,
and then sometimes something wild will happen that'll specifically make a certain drama just for instance, there's a medical strike, therefore this medical drama that was going to come during that time all of a sudden is inappropriate for the moment in real life. So they have to just shelve it. And then sometimes those things stay on that shelf. Sometimes it's very specific how things get affected.
It's very hard to actually count on things. I was going through all my lists the other day on my drama list. Yeah, I was going through all my lists on my drama list just to clear out things because I was clearing out my drama list, and I was looking at some from at least 3 years ago, and some of the entries on there haven't even shown up. That's how bad the it is. You're okay.
It's even worse if you're
that's
a
never
BL
happening.
fan. Because they'll just announce these BLs that look incredible, and then something will happen with the actors or something, and you'll never see it again.
It's the worst when it's actually officially announced, and it's not just
So even if nothing happened to the actors, it just never it'll get close, and then it just never.
Okay,
we're talking about you, Wushu Bakery.
Wushu Bakery, Wushu Bakery, you son of a bitch.
Every year, we move it.
We will always want to see you, Wushu Bakery. Always.
What could have been.
We know in our hearts probably won't happen, but we still want it.
We dream, but
we dream very big, too big even.
But
too far, too high up in the sky.
So this is not going to be a structured episode. This is going to just be us chatting. So if you are desiring some super structured list, this is not what we are bringing to you. This is what we want to talk about. So that's the vibe. I just want to preface. So if you're sitting here waiting on us to discuss something and we never get around to it because we just don't talk about it, it's not personal, it's business, and we're just having fun.
We're just here to have a good time. And, even though some of these shows, we may never see them, we can still dream about them. We can still have a fun time talking about them, and you can come hang out with us while we do, which is what you're doing right now if you've already hit play. So, I can probably take it away because there's one that was supposed to come out last year. It didn't come out last year because of filming shenanigans. But they say they've been filming it. Okay, so for people who've been listening along, well known, I am a Cutie Pie the series enjoyer. Okay? And by enjoyer, I am its #1 fan.
Thai series, by the way.
Thai series,
Thai
Cutie Pie
BL.
series. You can watch it on iQIYI, and I think it's also on Viki Plus. I love it, okay? I can't justify why I love it. I just do, all right? Sometimes you just love things. And the 2 main actors, love them. So they announced very early, they made a very short preview in early, end of 2023, being we have a new fun show coming out next year, 2024, called The Next Prince. And it's gonna be like modern monarchy, but with like costume shenanigans, okay? And then like nothing came of that. And then later in the year, they were like, surprise, we made like an extended trailer because we have new actors and we changed what the plot was. But we're back, baby. And then we didn't hear much. And then they were like, we started filming the next
This is like
Prince.
Ken Porsche.
This really is. And so, supposedly, the next Prince is coming out sometime this year. They say they've been filming it, and that we will put our eyes upon it this year. I'll believe it when I see it. But, like, my heart beats eternal. And listen, the show's got it all. Like, I know we were excited for Wushu Bakery because we're like, Jeff Satter Alien, good times. But, like, this is like a Wattpad's dream, okay? Like, you've got, you know, the uptight bodyguard who has to go and bring a, like, real, like, Princess Diaries situation. Like, he doesn't know that he's actually the son of a king from, like, this fictional European-esque country, and he gets brought back because listen, court shenanigans, sexy gays, what's not to love? Bodyguard Prince, come on. I'm excited. Listen, if they don't bring it to me this year, I'm gonna be so sad. I need some Xenu back, okay? I miss them. So that's supposedly.
I think you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay. I was like, is it delayed or is it mute?
No, that was me. That was me. Oops. I'm sorry.
What did you say, though?
Oh, I think I was just saying, I don't know. Like, I was just commenting on something she said. I wasn't, like, starting.
Okay.
I was just chiming in.
Chiming in, yes, you would also like to watch Gay Prince Bodyguard
I would like to start with I probably need to watch Cutie Pie first. I know
they're not related. They're not in the same universe. Like, but yeah, listen, just, I feel
it's your favorite show. I feel like you should be depressing, like,
okay, listen. I also think Sky should watch Cutie Pie. And if maybe later this year we do a return of the BL Santa for my birthday, perhaps Sky will watch Cutie Pie. Who knows?
Who knows?
A little self-indulgent
I'll bring up something, though.
All right.
So, Potato Research Institute. I'm bringing it up because the title cracks me up. Also,
the poster.
The thing
is,
cute. It sounds like a role for drama. Like, legitimately.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Like,
it does.
So, I'm bringing it up here in order to, it might be the Potato Lab, too. Depends on where you look.
I like the poster.
This is a long description.
The poster is so cute.
Essentially, it's like a gal potato researcher at the Potato Research Institute, you know, in some rural place. She loves potato, like, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Her and me.
Then, and then you have, you know, the male lead, Kong Teo, like, coming in and being all, like, about money. It's just,
I, like, can't really imagine
no
him
role for
being,
drama.
But, like, it very much is role for drama.
Like, yeah. And also, like, this would be if we rolled,
like, vegetable.
Like, rule, and then lab, and then, and then we had to roll for potato for, like, sponsor. Like, that would be what's happening. Like, that's totally... Anyway, I just thought that really made me chuckle. And I like the title. I like the... I like
when titles just tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we will be talking about potatoes today. And I bet we're going to learn a lot about potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
it'll potatoes, be like, you know, those like dramas about like coffee and stuff. You'll like learn like really like niche things
like
about
brewing love
potatoes.
About
I learned
beer.
so much about beer. I learned so much about beer. And I don't even drink beer. I'm allergic to beer. I can't even have it if I wanted to. But like potatoes, though.
Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom,
It just
nom,
seems fun.
So for me, I don't know much about it, so it could possibly be one of those like very iffy shows that will come out. But there's a Taiwanese drama called Islanders that I have been very interested in. I don't know if I talk about it a lot on the podcast, but I'm like super into myths, like mythology and lore and stuff. Like if someone would pay me just to like sit and research that, I would. Like that would be my like dream. And this drama is taken Taiwanese myths and kind of like intertwining them into social aspects and like kind of reinventing those myths into like different stories. And I'm very like interested in how this drama is going to play out with it. Like some of the like the things that they say in the MDL thing is like the story begins with a woman rediscovering fertility through encountering a mystical white deer, or a diving instructor redefines marriage and couple relationships through hypnotic exploration. So it's a lot of like, I think it's going to be like a lot of like almost slice of life, but like intermixed with these mythologies and like that like mythology and lore. The stories are supposed to be like allegories to like what's going on in real life, and I just think that like it's a cool concept, and I'm very excited to see and very interested to see it show up. And like the like poster is really cool too. It's just of the white deer ram. It seems like it's gonna be a good show.
That is a cool poster. I just looked it up.
That sounds really
cool.
So I'll bring up one for Amanda.
Okay.
In honor of Amanda. And we will. I'm not sure we will necessarily like watch all this, but we will all be like, oh, divorce insurance because Lee Dong Wook, because like
yes,
of course,
yes. Listen, you put Lee Dong Wook in something. We're at least gonna check it out.
But what I also want to say is the entire cast, like Lee Ju-bin, Lee Kwang-soo, Lee Da-hee, like
a lot of good Lees. A lot of good Lees.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Lee power going on.
It is a workplace drama too, so like I could be into this. And like he really does pick like romances that I'm like okay with. So yeah.
Like if Jessie's gonna watch a romance, it's like
probably
might as well have Lee Dong Wook in it, you know?
Yeah, might as well.
And Lee Da-hee, woo!
Oh yeah, like it's like perfect for Jessie. Sign me up. Just visuals alone.
Yeah.
Like listen. We're not above it, okay? Listen, we're not better than anyone else.
No. If you want to hear more about
but you know who else is
also we have episodes.
But you know who also is going to be in this drama? Did you see Kim Won Peg? Yeah, so I mean, like, of course they're going to have to.
I hope that he is I hope he's slowing down and enjoying life.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't
like
seem
not
to be,
being
but we
in
can
too many
dream.
shows for like his own benefit. I want him to enjoy his money. Have a good life, man.
This is actually gonna be. I'm gonna like cut in. Can I cut in and jump back in?
Cut in.
Because let me get to it if I can find it. Can I find it? I'm just saying this because of Lee Kwang-soo. I'm like jumping because there's another Lee Kwang-soo drama that's happening this year, and it's The Manipulated, and this is the one that's starring Ji Chang-wook and D.O. It's the one, it tells the story of a man who lived an ordinary life that suddenly turns into hell. He falls into the abyss when his life is completely manipulated by a villain who sculpts real hell into people's lives. This is a Disney Plus show as well. It just looks so good and so interesting. And I have to admit, the Disney Plus like thrillers
they're
and
bringing
shows
it.
are solid. They're so good. So I like am really excited to see this, and like just that like cast alone is crazy. And I think
for sure.
I wonder if I can't remember if the directors. We probably know who they are. I just don't remember.
Let me
go
see here.
My
I'm pretty close to it at
internet
this point.
is
Kim Chong-ju, which The Righteous Woman, Dong Ji-gum. And I'm checking the other one. Park Shin-woo.
Killing Vote. The other guy did Killing Vote. And then the screenwriter is not a lot. Did 2 movies, White Knight and Top Star. Oh, and like Taxi Driver season 2. So yeah. Oh yeah, Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver.
Oh, yeah. Fabricated City.
Yeah.
I love that
I think this one's gonna be really, really good. And there's already like press photos out and uploaded too. So it's I would assume this one is going to be fairly soon in the season.
Looks intense.
You know how we love a good isekai?
We do.
We all love a good isekai. We do.
Well, there's one coming out starring Tachyon that is actually based on a webtoon that I read and enjoyed.
Oh, cool.
But like I was like, oh shit, they're making that, but they're actually changing a lot of it. So it's The First Night with the Duke, which is like originally like it's like she gets transported to like a European style world. But they've decided to change it so that she gets like transported to like Joseon era Korea. And I think that's a much more fun adaptation.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like than trying to like, make a Korean 17th century France. You know what I mean? Like it's more fun this way. So I'm like really interested. It also has Sohan in it as like the female lead, and I really like her. And it's definitely like the vibes of the web drama were like comedy, but also like there's murders. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, because like she's trying to like not get with this Duke because in the original, like she read the webtoon and he's like crazy, like he's like this like crazy murderous awful dude, and so like she wakes up as like the like the villainess in the novel classic, and so she then is like, I don't want to actually be with him, but he's like, no one's ever treated me this way. Like, I can't stop thinking about this girl. It's like a real classic setup.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm like really, and you know what? And Tachyon is so good at that exact type of like comedy.
He absolutely is.
So, and Seohan is as well. Like, so I'm really excited about this one. I don't know like when it's supposed to come out. Sometime. Maybe this year. Who knows?
So I'm gonna bring up one that doesn't have a poster yet, surprisingly, but they have released like all types of other aspects for it. Undercover High School KDrama.
Oh yeah.
So Kang Joon is back, baby.
Yeah,
and
I love
he
him
is
so much.
He is going under as he's an NIS agent that goes undercover as a high schooler.
We're getting some like Jump Street.
Yeah. And if there's one way that you will get me to watch a teacher-student romance, it will be, this is the way to do it. You make a spy who's very of age, extremely of age, emphasis on that.
Almost and then you hilariously of age. Yes.
Hilariously of age and maturity, hopefully. It's supposed to be actiony and stuff. It looks like, because I'd prefer it to not lean as heavily on the like comedy. Like I'd prefer like action side is what I would like. So far, it kind of looks like that. It's very hard to. They're only like releasing the like single character shots so far. So who knows? Even if we had a poster, who really knows? But like essentially the female lead is like the homeroom teacher, his homeroom teacher. So like I'm really Again, this is the only way that you'll get me to watch a teacher-student romance, essentially.
And this one actually has a release date already.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be February 21st. Like, it's around.
I love that there's a release date and no poster.
That's the energy of that is so good.
NBC is just giving that energy, isn't it?
It's really interesting because there is technically there is a character poster like on MDL when you go into like the images.
Yeah.
So it's just
that's what I'm saying. Like they just released that, and so I think I had seen mutterings of this I think a while back, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna make me watch a teacher-student romance, essentially. And so
no,
I'm gonna be very into this. It looks really fun, so looking forward to it. I think it'll be silly. I really do hope it'll be more action than super silly, but whatever. I'd have fun watching him pull off super silly, because I don't think he has done that in a little bit. So it's whatever. I'll see him do whatever he does.
I don't mean to interject in the flow, but GMMTV did put out a trail. This is related to this teacher-student thing.
Oh no, okay.
No. Okay. It's not as bad as you're thinking, but it still made me raise an eyebrow and go, huh? So they've got one of the new It couples that's currently in Perfect 10 Liners, which I'm really enjoying, by the way, if anyone wants to watch that. And Perth Santa is this pairing. They both had different partners back in the day, but now they're under GMMTV and together, and they've got good chemistry and stuff. And they have a new show that's been announced for this year called Love You Teacher.
I saw that.
Stay with me. The plot of which, now listen, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one. Listen, I like these actors, but
it still made me raise an eyebrow for other reasons too. I'm like,
this made me raise an eyebrow. Okay,
it's cautiously looking.
Yeah. So it follows. It's they're two adult teachers. Okay. And one of them really loves working with kids, so he became an elementary school teacher. And the other one doesn't really like kids that much, but so he can get posted with his boyfriend to also became an elementary school teacher. But then the one who does like kids gets into a car accident or some sort of accident and gets brain damage and thinks he's 7 years old.
Okay.
And that's
where you are.
And I sat there going, "This is what we doing, huh? This is what we doing, huh?"
This is how we're choosing to use this couple.
This is how we're choosing to use these attractive young men with good chemistry together. We're doing this. Okay, listen, it's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's certainly not the best.
If they ended up pulling it off well, I would be very as far as I don't know, there's a lot of pitfalls that could be had there.
Yeah, so he's not always thinking he's 7. He has lucid times moments as well.
Okay.
And so he gets confused. He has brain damage. So it's this could go so many ways.
Yeah. But
it felt related.
I'm going to tell you, I don't feel inclined to press play on that for the variety of pitfalls.
I mean, I'm not, but
I will probably take if it even comes out. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
GMMTV always goes real they put up a big game in their coming up next year, and then you see 4 of them. So we'll see. And listen, they had a lot of other trailers that came out for shows that look way better than this one.
But what if? Here we are.
What if this is
instead of one of the really good ones?
This is the one that shows up. It probably will.
It probably will. Okay, because
we'll get this before our Alien Bakery. So
we'll get this before the sick horror one that they announced. So we'll see. We'll see. But I will watch if it comes out.
You will take one for the team and take a
watch the first couple episodes and let y'all know how it went.
Okay.
Report back.
That is worthy research, like, as far as, like...
Yeah. I will either warn or...
You never know what they're gonna do, I guess.
Listen, you don't know.
Like,
you don't know.
Those types of setups, you go... So even if, like, the first 3 episodes is good, it is like, I have to... It's like, you gotta watch the whole thing before you, like, wholeheartedly... Because you never know. You never know where
this...
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Well, listen, I'm going to bring us back. I'm going to bring us back the drama that I know the 3 of us are absolutely going to love. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure Amanda will also, like, at least, attempt it. Because let me just tell you the cast, and you probably will figure it out once I say this. But do you want a drama that stars Ma Dong-seok, Park Young-sik, and So In-guk? Do you? And do you want a drama about 12 animals who received a call from heaven and came down to the human world to save it?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck because there is a K-drama coming out called 12 with all those things. And it looks amazing. And with the cast, I mean, there are other people in the cast, obviously, like Lee-joo.
Yeah.
Bin is in it, Go Kyu-pil, Kang Min-na. Like, this looks so good.
Everything about it.
And like Ma Dong-seok going to like a K-drama. He doesn't do K-dramas like ever.
Very often. Yeah.
Like maybe once or twice.
Well, really? He did. No, he does. Like, he did a couple. Like
did,
Bad Guys,
like a couple.
38. He did a lot more like earlier on.
Like, just little stuff. But like it's
just 8 episodes, so they'll keep it snappy. Like, keep it tight.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
he also has a movie coming out in April that looks so right up my alley. It's not even funny. Which is Holy Night Demon Hunters. But yeah, this show 12 looks incredible.
Yes.
I love the tags like superhero. Like,
superheroes. I think it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of action because that's what Ma Dong-seok loves to do.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. I think it's going to be interesting. I was trying to see if like anybody in the comments had any like info. People were saying that like maybe it's possibly going to be on Disney Plus, but there's no confirmation. But it does seem like it is going to be a KBS drama. But I'm just super excited for it to show up.
It looks sick as hell.
What does Amanda have? We should.
What else is Amanda into?
Let's talk about the IU one for a second. 21st Century Prince.
You say IU, and I'm already there. Wife of a 21st Century Prince. Wife. This is sort of like a King Two Hearts setting, where it's like the monarchy still exists.
Which
in Korea.
We did an episode on stuff like that way back in the day. If you want some cringy podcasting, please go check it out. We were babies. We were podcasting babies.
But it's also got Beyond Woo-suk in it, so I feel like people are gonna watch it anyway because
this is gonna be huge. They are huge. Yeah. Like he's huge right now after Lovely Runner, and IU's always huge. So I think this is gonna be like top on lists for a lot of people.
Visuals, too much. Okay, to shield thy eyes. Too good looking, okay? The two of them, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that so I'm on MDL, and I love, sometimes they just say shit. Whereas, like, if you look under details, it doesn't have any, like, airing dates, except for, like, 2025, but it does say it's going to air on Friday and Saturday, so...
Good to know.
I also find it funny that, like, okay, the female lead character, so IU's character, is the second daughter of a conglomerate family, ranked number 1 in the financial world, so silver spoon. And, she's awesome. But she has commoner status, so she thought she was nothing special. I'm like,
no, I think you misread this. The commoner status that she thought was nothing special. So she didn't like give a shit that she was a commoner. She didn't care because it wasn't relevant into her life until she meets this prince.
Oh, and then it becomes like a thing.
Yeah, the classic. Oh, you can marry a commoner. Now we do love a good fake monarchy. Listen, we love a good modern monarchy situation. It's always fun.
I could see him pulling off aloof really well.
Oh, absolutely.
But IU,
yeah.
IU,
you know what? I wish IU would just make a full-length movie of her, the music video for Love Always Wins.
Oh gosh, that would be amazing.
That would be such a good show, or even just a movie. But listen, we're here to talk about real things, I guess.
I'm just saying now, I hope for really good costuming, like such pretty costumes for IU, because she deserves it.
Yeah, she deserves it. She deserves the level of costumes that she got in Hotel Del Luna.
Yeah, Hotel Del Luna was so fun because she had an Instagram.
The nails?
Yeah, and she was always showing like what she had.
Do I remember the nails?
Do you remember the nails?
You know I remember the nails.
But that will be, it doesn't even have a month yet. It doesn't look like. So
no. But it does. We do know it's coming on Friday, Saturday, apparently.
But you definitely know. We will know when it's starting. Like, they will be pumping this up. There's no way it's just gonna like slide under the table.
Yeah, there's no way they're not going to be advertising this to the heavens. Like, are you kidding?
There'll be some fanfare for this show.
Speaking of shows that will be advertised to the heavens if they do come out this year, there is I was big on the GMM-TV. I'm always there every time they do like the what's coming up next year on GMM-TV live stream. You know my ass is sat. And one of my favorite GMM-TV couples is Off Gun, who they were the lead in Not Me. They're classics. Okay, they've been around. They've literally been around forever. But they announced one that looks so insane. It's called Burnout Syndrome, and it seems to be a throuple. They seem to have added a third member.
That poster sure looks thruple-y.
Like the when I tell you the preview also looks thruple. The one that they made, where it's like basically Gunn, who I don't know, he's like almost 30 and he looks about 18. Like
he never ages.
He does not literally. And he always has the glossiest lipstick on. Like he's always looking glossy as hell. Drop that skin routine, King. So basically, like it follows this. Called Down on His Luck artist, who basically is hired by Off's character, who's like a reclusive, like rich dude who doesn't like meeting people, to be like his avatar in the real world. And then there's a sexy coworker played by Dew, who was in F4 as the man who doesn't get the girl in F4, essentially. Like, that's, and it looks crazy. Like, it looks toxic as hell.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't want any toxic shit in my real life. But when I'm watching a drama, we got a different story, okay? I like a nice, toxic, good time. And it... Ooh, this one looks crazy. And, like, Off Gun always makes money. So, like, the chances of this being made are actually quite high. Because Off Gun is, like... GMM-TV knows who be paying the bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, there's a good chance... Like, the more popular a couple is, that you will see their stuff before the less popular one. I'm just saying it like it is, okay? And they, So don't get your hearts up too high for any of the new people to get their show real quick. But this one we'll probably see.
Who?
So I do
want to go?
I want to. Yeah, I'll bring up one really quick. I don't have a ton to say about it. I was just checking
Okay.
it. Unknown Soul. When I say soul, it's Seoul. Soul. Okay. You're talking Park Bo Young with dual
this one
as twins.
Like twins.
And so that's I'm always fascinated to at least check out when someone pulls a dual role situation. I always like seeing how they characterize that and how they act it out. And of course, she can pull it off. Like we all know that she'll be great at that. So that fascinates me just in and of itself. And it kind of looks like, I mean, they have it tagged as rom-com, but the posters are not out. Tonally, it's hard to tell like what we're actually.
Yeah, it's like really rom-com, but also life. Like, so.
Right. It kind of seems pretty serious. Like, it seems kind of serious when like I'm reading the story of like, it kind of seems like the sisters, like one of them was a star track and field athlete, but then eventually failed at that. And then the other one was kind of more academic, but then it sounds like they kind of switched their lives at some point. So sounds interesting. And then the male lead played by Park Jin Young, so like people that want to be seeing him on their screen.
Say less.
He is lawyer, so like we love a good lawyer with these shows. Kind of seems like he lives a calm life, something in his past, you know. So to me it doesn't seem like super lighthearted. It does seem have at least tones of seriousness.
Also, I just checked out the screenwriter. The screenwriter wrote Youth of May, so
okay, here we go. Yeah, buckle in.
But the director is the same director from It's Okay to Not Be Okay and Love Struck in the City, so it's a really good team. I have found that I really like the roles that Park Bo Young picks. I think she picks interesting roles.
She does.
Like, they're never the same, and they're good fits with her, but like they also are just like tend to be really different, and there seems to be like more intention on her like picking like specific things that she finds interesting, because it's just like all of her roles just tend to be like just all over the place, but she's so good at it too that it works out really well. Even in her like movies, it's the same way.
And I always really like Jin Young picks really good roles too.
Yeah, he does too. Yeah.
He's got like another one,
like interesting plot stuff. Like
he does.
He picks good.
What plots. Is that?
He's got another one coming out in February called The Witch.
Yeah.
Which isn't supernatural or anything that I can tell. It appears to just be sort of like a classic sad romance drama. I did see some people in the comments confused between this and the movie The Witch Subversion, and it was like, no, this is not a remake of that. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. But it looks sad, and you know what? I do like a good sad thing.
Oh, I want to springboard really quickly on the sad thing. Okay. I don't want to talk a ton about this one, but so it's a show, it's a K-drama named Our Movie. Okay, so like don't get too confused. It's a K-drama named Our Movie. I am prepared to have another crying Namgung-min moment. Totally fine with that. And yes, it will be. This one does. There will be tears. Like it looks like it will just shred your heart. It looks very depressing. Almost like super mellow. Like and I'm there for it.
He's here. They're here to come for our emotions with this one. It's like as soon as you're like, play on that one. It's like, don't worry. One of them's gonna die. And you're like, great, thank you for telling us that in the opening, in like the synopsis. It's like, she got suffers from a rare incurable disease.
And it's gonna be like about art and the meaning of life and like, you know,
It's gonna probably end with him at her grave, you know. Like, listen, we know how
it hits all the notes.
Sometimes you just gotta cry, you know.
Sometimes you need to
sniffly
sit down.
drama.
You need one of those. You need a move to heaven. You need something like that. You need to sit down. You need to be like, I just need to get a catharsis right now.
Yeah.
Through any means
possible. But what you don't do is you don't press play on a show like this if you're like needing to go out afterwards, or else you're gonna have puffy eyes. No. Like, you need to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, this is a show after you're home in your jammies. You don't need to do anything until the next
if you get a headache from crying, you're fine. Like, just know what you're getting yourself into with that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So this one we've already talked about before because it was a really big news release because on Netflix, and then they also did a press release on it. But I want to say, because it will definitely show up this year, it's the J-drama Glass Heart, which has a stellar cast. It is the drama where essentially a girl is a drummer. She gets kicked out of her band and she kind of stumbles upon this group of guys and joins their band. Satoi Takeru is in it, and Suda Masaki, Machida, Kaita, Shisen, Dune. It's like every big name that you can think of. The Miyazaki Yu is the female. I think she's like probably the like least amount of stuff in her, and she's still done a good amount of dramas. I'm really excited for this one because it just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We do tend to like when there's band elements, just because it's just the way that it is. I mean, I think this may have been like a adaptation from a book. The Glass Heart novel. So I kind of think it's gonna tend to be kind of that more of like journey through life, like not necessarily a slice of life, but like new beginnings and like learning to be on your own after college and that sort of thing. But it just like seems like a lot of fun, and there's gonna probably be really good music, and
you're almost guaranteed a good like soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited.
It looks amazing.
I'm very, very excited to finally see it happen, and we know it's going to happen because it was a full official press release for Netflix, and they don't do that for every single one of the things that they're producing, so it's definitely going to be here.
I'm going to springboard super quick because there's another band show, KDrama, and I am contractually obligated to watch it because Lee Sung-hyub is a secondary character.
Of course.
Yes.
Or I think he's a main character. Anyway, Spring of the Four Seasons is the name. It tells the story of the top K-pop band group, Four Seasons. Imagine that. It does. So, like, when you go look at the cast, like, on MDL, it makes it look like Sung-hyub is, like, the lead dude. Mm-hmm. You go watch the trailer, and it is not... He looks like the second lead. Like, is what it looks like to me. It does look like it is possibly a vehicle for a newly debuting... Anyway, I won't get into all the details because they really haven't released a ton about it yet. Okay. I think there's an FNC boy band coming soon, and I think, anyway, MDL, they don't even have everybody listed on it yet, so I don't want to get way too into it. But we will see. It does look fun. I'm contractually obligated to watch.
Yeah. Of course. You're contractually obligated. Yes.
Yeah, I have to watch it, but also, of course, you're going to have to see, because, like, okay, are we in college yet on this? Yay, we're college. Okay, at least Sung-hyub gets to be a college student. Like, we are
finally, he did it. He made it to college.
The like 31-year-old dude.
He finally made it to college.
Yay!
I was kind of concerned for a second. Hit us with something, Natalia. I think it's your turn, isn't it? Maybe.
I will continue on this musical theme.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Let's go.
In a weird sort of way.
Oh boy.
And you're wondering, Natalia, do you have another GMMTV thing? Bitch, you know I do. They've got a new horror show. Gay horror show coming out called potentially coming out called Melody of Secrets. It probably will come out because it does star Book Force and they're like really hot right now.
I will say that they also really like horror.
They do. GMMTV is getting into the horror game big time. And this one looks weird. It like one of them's a violinist, which is where the music comes in. And but he's also like a crime journalist. And he's trying to find his boyfriend, but his memories are like weird and wrong. And then a guy comes and says, yeah, I am him. I am this guy. But it's like something isn't right. Like, anyway, it looks creepy as hell. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it looks creepy. It looks freaky. There's a like the trailer is really haunting and weird in the way that Thai horror can be. So I'm
Thai horror is so good though. They really know how to do horror. It's always creepy.
Yeah, they got
even on the GMMTV, like
they got my
even
boy
their YouTube
Boone,
level stuff.
I'm
absolutely.
I'm excited. That's listen, these are all with the GMMTV ones, it's always aspirational.
Also, it's funny when we do things like this because, you know, we're having to go off of the descriptions. Like, unless, like, you know, there's the one that you had watched, you know, read the webtoon of. So, like, you know at least, like, the source material. But sometimes we know we're reading off what we're given on, like, MDL or wherever. Like, stuff could be way different. We never know. It's a surprise.
Listen, sometimes with the GMMTV ones, it's nice because, like, they actually put out pretty good show trailers that is just like, this is the plot of the show. And usually when the show comes out, that's pretty much the plot of the show is like what you were given. So if they do come out, you do get what they promised. So that's, you know, that's always nice.
So I was just looking at Amanda's list because I figured we should probably do another Amanda's list. And she does have a section of like stuff from GMMTV. And I just picked the one that I was like, oh, that sounds interesting just by title alone. And it's called Whale Store. So I don't know anything about this. I'm purely reading from MDL. It says, Juan suddenly inherits her father's grocery store, crumbling away during hard times. She soon meets hardworking and flirtatious store regular Main Wam. They are supportive of Juan's efforts to turn the business around, but she's hiding the truth about her family's business, which threatens Juan's plans. It sounds like pretty sweet. Oh, is it a GL? Is it a GL?
It is a GL. It has 2 girls from 26.5.
Perfect. I was like, I hadn't scrolled down enough. I'm on their app too.
So this is like GMMTV's like wholesome lesbian offering, but they also made a toxic lesbian offering promise as well, because they made what I can call girl rules, which
that's trailer, also on Amanda's list.
Yeah, the trailer had the vibe of lesbian only friends, which they're also making a second season of. So like if you like the toxic shit, they got you apparently, and if you like the wholesome stuff, they got you too.
So just scrolling through some of the comments, so this drama is based on a novel called The Whale Store, and everybody in the comments are saying they just finished the novel and really like the novel. Ooh. So this definitely is going to be added to my list. I think it's just going to be sweet and wholesome and nice. Like, and it just feels like it, you know? It just feels like one of those like hometown
and
type dramas.
Sometimes you want something wholesome.
Yeah.
Right? Something nice, something wholesome, something sweet. And sometimes you want Pit Babe Season 2, which is coming out in April.
Is it gonna be wholesome now?
Listen,
it might be wholesome now.
This was the weird thing because okay, for anyone who's like not on the Pit Babe
train
level, okay,
yeah, they're not following Pit Babe.
So the original Pit Babe was a
Thai
show.
BL.
It's a Thai BL starring Pavel, if you're familiar with any BL actors. And it was an Omegaverse show, whereupon they didn't explicitly say it. He plays like a car racer. It's about car racers shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's heavily implied that like his boyfriend in the show, they make jokes about him getting pregnant. So like not his boyfriend, but Pavel getting pregnant. But then so Pit Babe season 2 was announced and everyone's like, oh, what fun. Okay. We're gonna keep the love alive, right? We're all gonna have vroom vroom, sexy time fun. But then the original writer of like the book, the like online novel Pit Babe, came out like disavowing the Omegaverse for some fucking reason.
Yeah, like
and was like, I hope that they choose to not put those elements, like it's against my beliefs now. And I'm like, in what
too
world?
Late now.
In what world?
That ship has sailed, Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's so like, in what world are you like, my beliefs are totally cool with writing explicit smut about two men, but I draw the line at the Omegaverse. I draw the line at Empreg. We've gone too far.
My
like,
beliefs about a non-existent thing.
We've strayed too far from God. We've strayed too far from the line.
Chill out, my girl. Like, just... And then they were like, yeah, I hope that the show decides to also... I'm like, why would they?
Well,
that's the only thing that made it special.
Bad.
Like, that's the only thing that set it apart from any other toxic BL was like, oh, and by the way, Omegaverse. Anyway, that's apparently also coming out this year, Pit Babe 2, so we'll see. Maybe we'll be getting, some sort of bizarre anti-Empreg edit of Pit Babe. But, like, that was the best part of Pit Babe, was the Omegaverse nonsense. That was the fun. That was the joke, right? That was... Because, like, when it first came out, they didn't say it was Omegaverse until the first episode was airing. Like, we got all surprise Empregged. Like, there wasn't actually any Empreg in it. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, Empreg means male pregnancy.
Oh no, are we gonna do an explainer now?
Listen, I don't want to get into the Omegaverse. Google it at your own risk.
Yeah.
But
listen,
like
for later.
Listen, maybe a live stream at some point can bring all this
to light. If you're curious, we did a roll for drama that involved that. Go have fun.
We did do a roll for drama.
Check it out.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was not as salacious as it sounds. It actually was a very, very intriguing tale.
Anyway, on a completely different note, back to South Korea for a second. The Wonderfuls. I'm not going to go into the entire description because I think that's probably going to get rid of some of the fun aspects of this. But of course, we're discussing this because Chonu and Park Eun-bin. So that is the important aspect. I also wish to highlight Kim Hae-suk, everyone. That is incredibly important. And fantasy, supernatural powers, some really cool stuff going on with this. So possibly Netflix. I think.
Well, it says Netflix, but who knows?
But who knows? Has it been officially on Netflix stuff? Anyway, we'll see.
No.
1990s, time, at least for some of it. Who knows? To me, if you get too lost in this big description, I think we'll see how the story tells itself. These types of shows, it's kind of better just to let the story unfold as you go, especially how she got her supernatural powers and whatever. So it sounds.
It just says an unexpected incident. Like, were you expecting an incident where you got supernatural powers? Like,
and it sounds like she's not the only one. Like, 2 neighbors were with her, and like they kind of got powers, but not as good as hers. Like, so that kind of sounds fun. And then like one of the, possibly Unu's character might be kind of mysterious. Like, okay, and who knows? Who knows? Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it.
Fun.
Yeah,
it looks fun.
Fantasy. I love how someone had to tag it height difference. I'm not sure that's the point of this.
Oh my gosh, MDL tags. They're so crazy.
You can tag whatever on MDL. It's good. It's good fun.
I love how someone was so into height difference before there's even a poster. They're like, height difference on this couple. Oh, that's so funny.
So you know how we on this podcast really support women's rights and women's wrongs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The upcoming K-drama that is a remake of the French series The Mantis will be coming out.
Oh, yes.
The plot of this is Jung Yi-sin is a serial killer with the nickname of the Mantis. She brutally murdered 5 men 20 years ago.
Hell yeah.
Her son is Cha Soo-yeol. He has loathed his mother for his entire life. He now works as a police officer. One day, a murder case takes place. The murder seems to be a copycat crime, copied from the Mantis. To catch the culprit, Cha Soo-yeol enlists the help of his mother, Jung Yi-sin. It sounds fantastic. It also, she's played by Go Hyun-jung, who, if you don't know, she's like incredible. She's like one of the top actresses. She's been in a ton of stuff. She's been in the industry for a very long time. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Jang Dong-yi is playing the
known good guy, Jang Dong-yeol. That's how he was discovered, was that he stopped an armed robbery.
Yeah.
And then someone saw him on the news and was like, wow, he's good looking. We should get him into acting.
I just scrolled through again and I was just reminded of Josie and Exorcist.
Let's not talk of her lost loves.
One thing that I want to bring up, because I wondered if I had like imagined this, but no, it's true. So Kill Bok Soon and Mantis, there's a different K-drama Mantis coming out. So I got my wires crossed. So the Mantis that you are discussing, there's another Mantis involving lots of killing that is different.
The Mantis original sin.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want everyone to understand there's 2 bloody Mantis shows that will probably both be fun to watch, but one is more like specifically female centric.
Yeah.
On the
and then one's a movie.
And one is a movie, looks like, and it's assassins. It's like if you watch Kill Bok Soon, it's related to the Kill Bok Soon universe. Like it pertains to all of that. So just because I knew, I was like, man, so
you're like, why is this?
And that has like Im Se-won in it. It has Park Go-young. It has
he's been really going strong on like the
and of course it has Jeon Do-yeon in it from Kill Bok Soon. So
yeah, and if the other one sounds familiar, I said it was the remake of the French online series. It came out in 2017, so it's a fairly recent drama. So I think like if you're like, that sounds like this, it is. That's what exactly you're thinking of.
It's on SBS, which SBS does really good crime.
Oh yeah.
Dramas. So like they've done some really good crime stuff in the past. So I
think there's going to be like some fun play between the mother and the son. Like I feel like it's going to be on the level how like oh my gosh, why am I not like blanking on a name of one of my favorite dramas entire Come and Hug Me.
Yes.
The play, like when it's with the journalist and the dad when he's in, he's in jail, all that play, I kind of feel like this drama is going to really play into that kind of tension. I'm excited.
That one looks good. I'm also pretty excited, and I don't even know what the vibe of this one's gonna be, but a show coming out in February called Newtopia, which is like a zombie comedy thriller, with Park Jong-min and Jisoo from Blackpink in it. Anything zombies, I'll check out.
Yeah, but I like heard that Jisoo has been like training like extensively, like fight training, like jujitsu and stuff for the role.
I feel like the vibe of this one's gonna be I don't know yet. We'll have like, because sometimes it's like the comedy can land not right for me. I mean,
like it does, like in the crew, they specifically have mentioned the martial arts director, which is not a thing that like MDL puts on, like even other action things. So it might like kind of lean kind of more into that. Let's see. It's a screenwriter.
The martial arts director has been in a lot of the stunt coordinator for a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's the Parasite writer.
Oh.
And then the director is did Time to Hunt. The movie. It's on Netflix.
I do like Time to Hunt. That was a good movie. So so listen. This could be really good.
It actually, it sounds super interesting.
Yeah, it sounds right up my alley, which is why I was like, okay. And I like the cast is really good.
The comedy in it could be kind of like The Player or something like that. You know how like there's a lot of comedy, but it's not like it works really well with things.
Like if it was like comedy like The Player or like Vincenzo or something like that, I feel like I'm really gonna like it. Like more of like a darker sort of comedy.
Yeah.
But we will have to see. At least we know we will be seeing this one because it comes out on February 7th. So
we're right there.
Yeah, we'll be seeing this one.
And she's gonna be super busy because she just announced that she was gonna be releasing her next solo comeback.
I do like.
I think in February
for solo stuff.
Yeah,
well, would work perfectly. Like, why not just advertise at the same time? Just hit all the shows for both at once. 2-for-1 deal.
The show I was looking for, I couldn't re-find, so I will look for it later. But I do want to bring up I'm Human from Today, in which you have Kim Hae-yoon being a Gumiho.
Yeah.
And that's really all I need to know to want to check it out. And she just looks really fun. Like, she's having a really good time. And the dude lead is played by Lomon, which he's been in some other stuff. And they look very bickery. Like, that's the chemistry they're going for there.
Yeah.
He excels at bickery type stuff. So, like, she looks like she's having a great time with it. So I just think that would be more female Gumiho, considering that's typically what they are. Like,
well, it's very funny because I was like bringing up my next drama that I wanted to talk about, which also is it's like technically not a Gumiho because we're talking about a Taiwanese drama, but it is a nine-tailed fox. So whatever, I don't know what they do it. And this one is very up in the air because they only have one cast member on the listing. But it's Puff Kyo, who has been in a ton of stuff. Like,
I was checking her out.
A ton of like her stuff is on Netflix, so you can definitely see her. And someone in the comments says she plays a twin character. I don't know if I believe that, but essentially, she is murdered in the line of duty, and she gets a second chance at life because she's resurrected by a nine-tailed fox, and then was held out on revenge and reclaiming her place in the demonic world. So
good times. That's fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. So I'm like, hopefully, I mean, like there is like a picture for it. I don't know if that's like just fan made. It kind of looks fan made, but
But with Taiwan, let's be honest, with Taiwanese ones, sometimes they do just kind of look fan made with the posters.
That's true, I guess.
Like,
but really, like,
listen,
literally,
I love Taiwanese dramas, but let's be real here.
Right.
Maybe it's not twin. Maybe it's like her playing the nine-tailed fox and the murder resurrected, and they look the same because they've like yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
I love her so much. Like, she does such a wide range of stuff. Like,
did I tell you the name of it? It's Detective Daji is the name of it.
Detective Daji. The poster does look a little together.
And it's MDL, so it's kind of like anybody could have put it there too. So like, you don't know. She's got a huge fan base, so like,
it would be aspirational. Yeah.
It wouldn't be weird to see it, but like, maybe.
But like, if it is true, if it is a real thing, we are interested in seeing it.
Absolutely.
So I found the one that I was looking for. It's because it was kind of under two names, and it is like, it's on Amanda's list too, so I wanted to bring it up. My Dearest Nemesis is what it's listed on MDL. I had it written down as Director Killer because it depends on where you look. Yeah. But it looks pretty fun because it's like they were like online gaming, either friends or rivals. You know, it's questionable whatever you're talking online gaming. Like, who knows? Comrades back in the day, like when they were younger in school, and then they meet like 16 years later as employee and boss, and it's like enemies to lovers kind of. Amanda said about it, sounds fun, very much like the C-drama setups that I love, so I'll definitely check it out.
It Korean does. It very much does.
Is it the director? Yeah. Is the director from Shooting Stars, which is Diner, Find Me in Your Memory. So, yeah.
And it's adapted from a webtoon. So, like, you know, that's the vibe
definitely
you're getting.
C-drama.
It's very much like Amanda and I did an episode about a C-drama, Everyone Loves Me. That's like a very similar setup to this.
Yeah.
Like
and as far as the cast, you got Moon Ka-young, and then you have Choi Hyun-wook, which like that's the Twinkling Watermelon like dude. So yes. And that should be coming out in February. I mean, so around the corner.
Yeah, pretty soon. I've got like one last GMMTV one for you. They announced that I'm interested in. There's many more, but I don't want to be the GMMTV show. But this one seemed really fun in a really over the top, ridiculous way, and I do love me some I love stupid characters. Okay, but like done well. And so this was called Me and Thee. And basically, it's a Pond Fuwin number. They're another popular GMMTV couple. They were the ones from Fish Upon the Sky, which is dear to my heart as well, but very silly. Whereupon one of them plays a photographer who accidentally finds his way into being the life coach to a wealthy businessman. But the wealthy businessman is obsessed with Tyler Corns. And to the point where he's like lost touch with reality. And like he wants to be in a Tyler Corn.
That sounds fun.
For anyone who doesn't know, a Tyler Corn's basically like an over-the-top soap opera.
Yeah, it's like a Makjang soap opera. Yeah, like any of those.
So basically he just like spends money to try to like live his Licorn fantasy, so this guy has to come along and like bring him back to reality. And they're gay, because we do love Listen. It's a GMMTV classic. Just like get a ridiculous plot and then make it gay.
You know what?
Say less. There's like GMMTV has a bunch of other ones they announced, and like they still have a bunch from last year that haven't come out yet that they still say are coming out. Like, like the Josh Gowen vampire one.
The vampire one, yeah.
apparently has been filming. So like we will apparently see that. And then the Thai remake of Scarlet Heart is still supposed to be coming out.
True.
And who knows? We'll see. Who knows?
I've got another one that I think it's gonna be fun. It's called The Haunted Palace. I think it's also
I was just
called the Return to the Palace. So who knows? But essentially it's a government officer who works in the palace. Everybody loves him, and then he gets possessed by an Umugi, and an Umugi is a it's like what a dragon starts out as. So like it's not like necessarily a young dragon, but it is like if you had like tiers of what a dragon is, it's the very like kind of bottom level like of a dragon. So it seems like it's gonna really heavily kind of go into that, and then also just like palace shenanigans and lost loves and stuff. Yuk Sung Jae is the lead, who's he's in B2B. He was also Goblin, and
I just saw another of the
Mystic Pop-Up Bar, and then Bona is in it, who's also, she's in a WJSN. Kim Ji-hoon
is in
it.
The long hair is back, friends.
So like I watched the trailer today without sound.
Oh, they have the trailer out? Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, in the trailer that I saw a lot of Kim Young Kwang in it. Like a lot, at least.
Which is really funny because on MDL it's an unknown role cameo.
Like I'm like, so
maybe he gets killed. Maybe he gets killed episode 1. Maybe. And this trailer's like a red herring.
But I will say, since I watched the trailer with no sound, body language wise, it looked a little silly to me tonally. So like, which I was hoping it wasn't going to be. So.
Well, you can
if it was scary music the whole time, maybe that would have helped.
Yeah.
But I watched it
on interesting, because it doesn't say anything about comedy. I mean, like obviously,
it totally doesn't. But
because
when I was watching like the facial expressions and stuff, I was like, some of this seems a little silly. But,
like Yuk Sung Jae does do comedy quite often.
Right.
So.
That's true.
It's not listed, but it's not listed at all. So like. Either I interpreted the trailer way wrong, or those comedy tags have not made it quite to the, I'm not sure.
Anything's
okay.
Because I had high hopes that it was going to be like heavy hitting, and then I was like kind of checking out the trailer. I was like, I don't know.
Comments do seem to think it's got a lot of comedy, which is not what I wanted in this, because I was like, oh cool, and it's like also like Bona's character is like a granddaughter of a famous shaman and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, and like Saeguk, but also like, and
then there's like a huge ghost, like there's all this like stuff that should be like pretty heavy, and it's like silly looking. I'm not sure, and it's interesting that the tags haven't showed that yet.
It literally just says historical, romance, fantasy, and political.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Which
maybe in March, end of March, is what they're thinking of as air date.
So speaking of weird tone, but like I'm gonna probably watch at least probably the whole thing. The Trauma Code, I will be there. I will be watching it. It is highly likely I might strap my husband down and make him watch one episode to get him to tell us what he thinks about.
Don't stress.
I don't. I think that would be.
No. Like one episode. That's all. Like I showed it to him, and since he likes action, like he thought it looked kind of funny, like just for one episode. He's willing to watch one episode of like. Anyway, so I will probably be watching the whole thing. But like tonally, I will say probably not for lots of people for like a handful of reasons. But if you want really kind of silly, narcissistic shenanigans, he can deliver that for you.
Oh, absolutely.
He's bringing that for you. So
yeah,
like
sure.
It did feel very like, oh, he's doing that this time. Okay, like, yeah, I see what we're doing.
But you know what's kind of funny? There is a show with Lee Ji coming out that I do want to see, and it was my last show. He has silver hair. Yeah. It's called The Art of Negotiation.
There are definitely a ton of pictures out right now,
and it's definitely corporate shenanigans. Because he plays like a merger and acquisitions negotiator. But he has silver hair and he looks good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited about that one. And that's like pretty much it on my list of ones that I wanted to talk about.
I will just like kind of jump off because Taxi Driver 3 is supposed to come out, I guess, at some point. Maybe this year. Other season, next seasons. I just saw that Gonable is getting a second season. Yeah. That was a Hulu Disney thing. It's a Japanese drama about cannibals. It's great. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So keep that in mind if you click play. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Sorry. And it's the airing date on that is March 19th. So happy birthday, Jessie. I have heard talks about All of Us Are Dead season 2 potentially coming out this year. I don't know, but like maybe, possibly. Also Voice season 5.
My God.
And yeah,
so many
drama
so
that
many.
Keeps on. And then also we know this is happening because Netflix really screwed up and posted a clip when they weren't supposed to. Squid Game season 3 will be coming out this year as well. Those are the seasons that I have found so far. I think there's other ones that are potentially coming out, like Signal season 2 is supposed to be coming out at some point.
That's still under TBA, as in maybe this year, but
maybe
let's calm down. Yeah.
One that I want to put out there. It should be September. It should be Disney Plus, and it should be September. KDrama, The Murky Stream, which it makes me wonder if it's going to stay being that title, because like I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if that title changes. But it is an action historical starring Ramoon. You got Park Soham, and then you have Shin Yeon. Action based on a web series. Oh, it is a web series. Sorry. Boop boop boop.
It's based on a novel.
Based on a novel. Yeah. Gangster to legendary figure. Gangster used loosely, again, historical. So like remember historical.
Which is
Sky had posted a picture of Soham filming it, Park Soham. You can unrecognizable. I was like, who is this man?
When I saw the picture, I because they're like, oh, a picture of him got released, and I stared, and I had to like grow it.
I had to like zoom in, and like when you zoom
and then I saw his eyes, like, oh, and then I was like,
that's
okay.
him. But I was like, what? Who is this man? Like,
there's a different shot that they've already released where he's just wearing like the headband, and he looks more, like very easily recognizably him, like in that picture. I would have been like, oh yeah, him. And then I saw one of our own kind of in a similar outfit, and I'm like, yes, them. Like, but there's this when Soham is wearing officer garb with officer hat, and there's facial hair involved, like. Looked like a totally different guy. Like completely
it was a real like Clark Kent Superman situation for Natalia. I was like, he had a goatee, and I said, who is this man? I don't know him.
The writer of it is the All of Us Are Dead writer.
Ooh.
He also did the pirate movies and Luca, The Beginning.
Oh, I love Luca, The Beginning. What a weird show.
I really liked it. Nobody really liked it, but I liked
Nobody
it.
Did, but we liked it. Jessie, you and I liked it, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
It was a very unique show, like super.
It was a show ahead of its time. Really.
It was,
and I love that it was like filmed not mostly, but like a lot of it was filmed in that like one building that like every music video is.
Yeah. Yeah. The one from the Coup d'etat music video, G-Dragon's Coup d'etat music video.
Like every like thousands of videos are always there.
Yep, I've seen so many a video film there. Mm-hmm.
Does Amanda have any more that we missed? I want to make sure.
Up. So, I do want to bring up the show Good Boy for Amanda. Mm-hmm. She's curious about the sports aspect of it. It is going to be. I don't have the page pulled up, but I do know offhand I had made a note that where did my note go? It's about like Olympics Avengers. They're Olympian athletes that also like team up to help fight crime, and it does look kind of violent, so she's not sure that the violence is going to if it's too violent, might not be for her, but she's definitely interested in like sports aspect of it.
And it does star it does star well-known good boy Park Bo-gum, so
but like I saw a little bit of on a little tiny teaser, and like he looked like there was blood on his face, like there's things going on with Park Bo-gum and that, so it'll be interesting.
So it seems like
that one
yeah, it seems like he plays a boxer, and then Kim So-hyun is like a shooter, and Lee Sang-hee is a fencer. So it's like they all have, and I think Taewon-suk, who we do love a good Taewon-suk moment, is a wrestler, because obviously they were going to cast him. He's built like a tank. Of course, they were going to cast him as a wrestler. So it looks good. It comes out in June, so
kind of sounds like an Amanda show. So
it does. Like, I think it'll depend on like the level of violence, right?
Yeah.
Like it was hard to tell from the tiny like blip of a teaser when they were just kind of doing their overall JTBC, like here's kind of all these things.
Yeah. She also has another show that she says that she probably won't watch it, but I think it bears being brought up because of the cast. It's Mary Kills People. It is based off the Canadian TV series of the same name from 2017. Weirdly, all the remakes are from 2017 dramas. Okay. It's a Black comedy about Mary, a plastic surgeon who illegally helps terminally ill patients die with euthanasia. Lee Bo-young is the main lead. Lee Min-ki is in it. Kang Ki-young is in it. Who else is in it? Kang Na-eun. A lot of people I don't know if you've seen the original TV series, Natalia. A lot of people in the comments seem to really love the original series. So maybe a thing. The director is the same director from Taxi Driver and Crash. I don't have the writer up, but
you know what? There's a lot of interesting shows announced for this year.
Yeah,
I have a couple more.
Okay, go on, Sky. Give us your list.
So this one, to me, it's not really quite confirmed for this year, but I want to say it anyway because Gong Yoo, Gong Yoo and Lee Han-hee, and produced by Song Hye-kyo. Like, it looks like a period piece. 22 episodes, slowly and intensely. Historical, set in the 60s. Looks fascinating, set during the Korean War. So I'm hoping this year, they're saying possibly Netflix. I think this MDL stub is trying to do the heavy lifting, and like I think they're kind of doing some hoping on some of these. But there are some pictures of people in costumes, so like things have been happening with it.
Yeah.
I'm contractually obligated to say the K-drama My Girlfriend is a Hot Guy, starring Yoon San-ha and Ah Ren. I do believe Ah Ren Yeah, oh my girl, she was in Alchemy of Souls. We know Arid. We love Arid. And Chu, because we love Chu. This is very important.
We love Chu. We love
and
Chu.
I'm kind of confused by the description. I really don't want to get into it, but I think there might be gender swapping happening. There's definitely some fantasy element. There's some interesting things going on. Obviously, since it says my girlfriend is a hot guy. So astronomy looks like an aspect of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do believe that she wakes up in the body of a man and then has to go and be like, hey, my boyfriend whom I love, I'm now a man. I need your help.
It's difficult to tell which dude actor it would be, though. So, like, it's kind of hard to tell. We will see. They've been filming that for quite a while, so it doesn't say quite yet. I'm surprised that it doesn't say what month, but like they've been filming it for quite a while. Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder if they have to film the whole thing, if there's some like CGI, who knows. Dear X seems actiony, and I'm here for it. Spy and a sociopath. There's a lot of like darkness with this show. Sure. Love how, again, tag height difference. Wow, the fact that that's what you're putting on the show.
Oh, there's a man who's taller. The height difference is only a good tag if it's gay. Okay? Otherwise, we don't care if the dude or if it's the woman who's much taller than the dude. But we don't care otherwise.
I want to just shout out to this cast, like Kim Yoo Jung, Kim Young Dae, Kim Do-hoon, Lee Yo Kim Yo Mi, Hwang In Yup. Like anybody, they're in it. The youngins, they're in this one. So like
they're getting their rent paid
by this like really intense. It seems like a darker one. It looks like, so that I'm intrigued by the look of that one. Yeah, that was kind of my main. Those were my main ones.
Yeah, I was trying to look on my list if there was any like other non K-drama ones, but like I had Cranium on my list, which is a Thai GL, but it's moved to next year, 2026. So I'm like, oh, that doesn't pose well. Yeah. There are a couple of like other J-dramas, but they're not like too intensive. And like there is one K-drama, The Waking, that I'm hopeful will happen this year, but I don't know. It's a story about an organization that manages giants and an organization that opposes them. It has Choi Woo-shik as the lead, and he's the only one cast. But the director is the director from not a lot of stuff like Family Hood and Project Silence, and the screenwriter is the guy from Train to Busan, not the Parasite Hellbound, who is also the director of Train to Busan, the second screenwriter in Train to Busan.
Okay.
So he also did Hawaii Monster Boy.
Oh, I love Hawaii Monster Boy. Love Hawaii Monster Boy.
And it seems like it has been confirmed that it's like gonna start, but like I feel like if it hasn't started doing stuff now and it's about giants, it's not gonna come out this year. It just feels like that's not gonna happen. But who knows?
Oh, so I'm gonna highlight just one more thing really quick. So there's a Disney Plus K-drama coming out. It came out yesterday. I will not be talking about that then. Never mind. The thing I do want to mention about it, though, it pertains. It used to be named Trigger. Okay, now it's named Unmasked. Like that was the title. The title was also known once upon a time as Trigger. And so when you're looking on my drama list, Trigger is like currently a K-drama they haven't said what month yet, but it is an action thriller mystery K-drama that has Kim Nam-gil, has Kim Young-kwang, Woo Ji-hyun. There's a lot of detective, underground arms dealing. There's a lot going on here. Looks like it might end up being Netflix. Possibly.
It might be because his only other the director-writer's only other credit is Midnight the movie, and that was a Netflix movie.
And it does look like, if you look at the photos on this My Drama List page for Trigger, it says Netflix series on the announcement of the cast. So, looks really cool. No poster, of course, so far.
It looks like the teasers were sent out to journalists. That's what's happening.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, I kind of wanted to highlight the fact that Unmasked, which is now currently on Disney Plus, Hulu, wherever possibly, which that one is Kim Hae-soo, and probably very interesting, and it's about investigative reporting.
Yeah, this one's about guns.
Yeah, this is about arms brokers, yeah. Underground arms dealers.
But how is this related? Unmasked, the team leader is nicknamed Trigger. Kim Hae-soo is nicknamed Trigger.
Okay.
So, like, if your wires ever get crossed like mine just did, I'm trying to help you out someday about this Trigger situation on MDL.
It's not just Natalia whose brain takes strange paths to get places.
Well, it's because if you start looking at some of this stuff, if you go look under the Unmasked page on MDL, you know, they'll have, like, the articles about it, and it refers to it as Trigger. But if you're pulling up Trigger the Drama now, it's the boom stick. So, like, it's all a thing. I'm interested in the arms dealing one because of the cast. I'm gonna be checking that out.
Yeah,
because of course I will.
Yeah.
So yeah, a variety, a large variety.
It looks like there's a ton of stuff possibly coming out this year.
Sure.
Do not hold us to it. It's not our fault.
It'll be fun. Maybe we should just, like, come back at the end of this year to this episode and be like,
see what actually did come out.
Yeah. Did that come out?
You know, maybe we'll do like
pour one out for the ones that didn't.
We'll do a live stream at the end of the year that's like, all right, which ones did actually make it to our screen?
Place your bets now.
But yeah, you know, that would actually, you know what? This would be a fun bingo card.
Yeah.
Actually, like, of the ones that we've, like, talked about, do you have one that you're like, it's for sure gonna be, like, you think it's gonna make it, like, you think it's gonna make it to the screen, but it's not coming out, like, this month? Like, you can't pick something that's like,
okay, one that doesn't already have a release date,
like, it could have release month, like, it could be ballpark.
Yeah. Well, listen, if the next Prince doesn't come out this year, I'm gonna have words. Okay? There's gonna be words. That's all I have to say. So I'm letting hope live alive. I'm letting hope be alive, and the next Prince will come out.
Yeah.
What about you, Jessie?
Let's see. I very much want Islanders to come out, but I don't know. But I also don't. I'm not enough into Taiwanese entertainment scene to know, like, the industry, like, ins and outs. Maybe, like, did that Ji Chang Wook one already have a date on it? I feel like that one's definitely going to come out. What is that one?
Scandal? Or The Manipulated?
No, the Manipulated.
I think it might be, The Manipulated.
Yeah.
Nope, it doesn't have even it does say Disney Plus supposedly, but it does not have even a month on it yet.
I just feel like, based on, like, how many people have been cast.
And they already also have stills filming.
Yeah, character stills and stuff.
Yeah.
I I think just because I know how money flows for my boy Onu, like, you don't announce that you're going to put out a drama with him and Park Un-bin and not follow through the year that you're going to say it's going to happen. Like, that doesn't have a poster or anything on it yet, for sure. Let's make sure that it doesn't. Yeah, no poster so far. We don't even have character stills. We do have, hey, we read the script and posed. And they don't even have, at least on MDL, they don't have it as that it's going to be this year. But
I believe in the dream.
I'm just telling you. I do think it will probably be later, because if it's supernatural, I feel like there might be CGI involved. So like it might be.
Yeah. That's what some of them, I'm like, if you haven't started and you're like about like talking about giants, like it's one thing, like there's a show that like is coming out, Conviction, that like I don't know if it's ever gonna come out. And it literally only has Lee Ju Young listed as it, but it's a revenge drama. So there's like no, like if it comes out, it would make sense even like as it stands right now with only her attached to it. Because it's, you know, there's not going to be a lot of like post editing that has to happen to it.
Right. So watch me have to eat crow later when it's like Wonderful's early 2026. So I'll be like, awesome.
Listen.
Like
this happened. These things happen.
We'll just
maybe
see.
Because we talked about them, they'll definitely come out.
We're manifesting universe.
Superpowers.
That's right.
We do have our podcast superpowers.
Yeah.
Amanda, I'm gonna pick one from her little list here.
Let's say that whale store comes out.
I was about to say that I have a good feeling about that one.
I do. Like, people like the couple from that. People, you know.
People like those really sweet dramas, like the really quiet, sweet romance dramas.
And also, I'm pretty sure the IU.
I was about to say, if Wife of the 21st Century Prince doesn't come out, I think there will be a riot. So I think they'll
like it's gonna come out, but it's gonna come out in December. That's my guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're gonna make us wait for it.
It's like how long has it been since IU stopped her tour? That's really the key.
Ooh, that's a good point.
You're right.
And he's been busy too. I feel like he even did some fan meetings, and I think he's been doing some stuff. So
that's true.
But that one, listen, we're gonna be seeing that one. I'm not worried about that.
I'm not worried about that. Like, it may like potentially not show up this year, but I don't think it's gonna be the one that gets axed.
Yeah, it's not gonna poof. If that one poofs, I'll eat my hat. I will say that. Like,
same. Like
if there's one pillar drama, it's like that one. Like we can see that from
that one. That's not a question. Like,
let's bring it back into the air. That the Alien Bakery one, it's gonna come out this year. It's gonna come out this year.
I would love that.
It's going to come out this year.
It's going to come out this year.
It's coming out.
Wuju Bakery 2025.
Wuju Bakery 2025. We still believe. We still believe.
This is going to be a rough year. We deserve it to come out this year.
I would like to see the fake Alien Bakery drama before we have real alien sightings. I would like that to occur.
Can we please?
That would be nice.
Please.
Have that happen.
Or at the same time. I'll take it at the same time. That's fine.
Listen.
We could watch it with the aliens.
Yeah. We have a good time. Yay! Well.
This has been a long one.
This has been a long episode.
Oh my god.
And most of our episodes aren't this long, but some of them are, and you can check out all of them on our wherever podcasts can be found, basically. And also, if you like video, it's on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, hello, please like and subscribe. But also, feel free to like this on your podcast platform and leave a review. We do enjoy those. as well. And also you can go to our website, certifiednoonas.com, where you can also leave comments and things if you want to. And we have every episode we've ever done. There will be links. Well, there won't really actually see all these are upcoming, so there won't actually be links to these. But like, I will list out all the ones we talked about so that you can go and find them if you want to. And we have links and time codes for every single episode we've ever done on our website. And that's over 5 years of episodes. That's a long
over 6 years.
Over 6 years? I don't know. Listen,
We're
the other day, and by the other day I mean yesterday, my husband was telling me how old I am because I don't remember.
Oh, I don't
remember my age. I'm just like, whatever. I'm in my 30s somewhere. So for 6 years, we have episodes of pretty regular weekly episodes every Monday, so please come back. And if you want to join the incredible people who support this podcast and have for many years, you can go to patreon.com/certifiednoonas to join the Certified Fan family, where there will now be an outtake from earlier in this episode. So, and we do little mini episodes and that sort of thing. And we also have a movie night every month with our fan family, and it's good fun. We have good fun. We love the fan family. We think they're great. Anyway, I'm just getting over being sick. Jessie's just getting over being sick. So please wear a mask. It's sick times. Okay? Keep yourself safe. Get that hand sanitizer going. Wash your hands when you get home. Wear a mask, as we say. And as always, keep enjoying upcoming Asian entertainment. Bye.
Bye.